Hey, come see us on tour. We'll be in Chicago, Grand Rapids, Michigan, Duluth, Georgia, right outside of Atlanta, Jacksonville, Florida, Tempe, Arizona, and Burbank, California. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for those tickets. Majority of Americans oppose using U.S. troops to defend Israel. The Biden administration is committed to defending Israel from an expected Iranian reprisal attack. Yeah, let's remember that. It's a reprisal attack. This is from August 6th. The majority of Americans oppose the idea of U.S. troops being used to defend Israel if it comes under attack by Iran, according to a poll conducted by the Chicago Council on Global Affairs that was released on Tuesday. The poll conducted from June 21st to July 1st, 2024, found that 56% of Americans oppose U.S. troops defending Israel. Now, keep this in mind. This poll was conducted before Hamas had committed the provocative act of naming a replacement for a leader who had been assassinated by Israel. So Hamas just named their new negotiating leader, and that's considered a provocative act because that leader they appointed was also in charge of the October 7th, or one of the people in charge of the October 7th attacks. So they're saying that's a provocative act. Yeah, guess what? You killed the last guy. That's why they have to replace him. But anyway, so that was before this. Support for defending Israel is stronger among Republicans, 53%, and only 32% of Democrats in favor. The survey also found that 55% of Americans oppose U.S. troops defending Israel if it comes under attack by a neighboring country. The results come as the Biden administration, the neocon, warmongering, maniacal Biden administration that is not being run by Joe Biden, I wonder who's running it, is vowing to defend Israel from an expected Iranian reprisal attack for the killing of Hamas political chief Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran. A major coordinated attack launched by Iran and its allies could result in American casualties, and the United States support for Israel risks a major regional war. You understand why it's not in the United States' interest to be an ally of Israel? That Israel are maniac terrorists just like we are? And it's the U.S. government, which is under blackmail control and APEC control and every other control. The government is the one doing this, not the U.S. people, because now the majority of us don't support this. It's going to be a big war. The U.S. defended Israel from an Iranian attack in April, which came in response to the Israeli bombing of the Iranian consulate in Damascus, Syria. So that's, again, it's Israel provoking. Israel does the bombing, and then someone responds. The Biden administration intervened directly to protect Israel and is pledging to do so again without any authorization from Congress or any debate on the matter. So I'm just using the AUMF, which is the authorization for the use of military force, which was given to George Bush to go fight Al-Qaeda, the people who bombed the Twin Towers or flew the planes into the Twin Towers. We don't know who bombed it, but we know who flew the planes into it. So are they still using that? How are they getting away with this? That's what they've used to do all this stuff since 9/11. No debate, no town halls, just let the president do whatever he wants. The Chicago Council attributed the lower level of American support for defending Israel to Israel's onslaught in Gaza. You think? The unrelenting Israel attacks against Gaza have likely dampened Americans' willingness, it certainly did mine, to defend Israel, especially among Democrats. Yeah, hey, I was not anti-Israel per se. I thought Israel had a right to exist and a right to defend. I wasn't really clear on everything that was happening, even though I had covered stories about how horrible Israel was and that they were an occupying force, which is what they are. But I didn't really understand. I didn't understand the history. Now I do. Now I don't understand why Israel gets to, why Israel gets to be established as a state and take the land away from people who were living there. So let's see what's next. I think that's it. That's the end. That's the end of this article. Okay. Good for the United States. Good for the people of the U.S. They're not as coddled. I mean, they're not as cuckolded to Israel as their government is. And their government is. And I'm telling you, if I almost said Hillary Clinton gets elected. If Kamala Harris gets elected, it'll be just like having Hillary Clinton elected. Hey, come see us on tour. We'll be in Chicago, Grand Rapids, Michigan, Duluth, Georgia, right outside of Atlanta, Jacksonville, Florida, Tempe, Arizona, and Burbank, California. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for those tickets.